Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here, joined by IGN's Destin Legary.
That's right, we're at Gamescom 2013.
Yes, we just got out of the Microsoft Xbox Showcase here at Gamescom, where they let us go full hands-on with pretty much all of the first-party launch lineup. Destin, I mean, the announcements we covered on IGN, go read them if you haven't seen them, but we played all the games. Give me some of the highlights. What did you think of some of these games?
Well, you know, right away I sat down and played Killer Instinct because that's my main one. It's looking great. I really like how the character balance is coming along. Talked with Ken Law about some pricing that we should have on IGN. Also, we looked at Dead Rising 3. You actually played it. That one looks good.
Yeah, I sat down and played it. They did admit the frame rate's still coming along because, man, there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of zombies on the screen at a time. But it is fun to just mess around on that game. I ended up building the I forget the name for it, but the steamroller combined with the motorcycle that's just flattens guys. It has a flamethrower on the front. That was good times. Made what was essentially a lightsaber. They just don't want to get sued by LucasArts for calling it that. But yeah,
laser sword is what they call it in Dead Rising.
Correct, the laser sword. So I had a good time with that. I feel like Forza 5 was looking the most polished. Would you agree?
Yeah, it looks absolutely astonishing. Like, the cars look phenomenal, but racing games always look good. They always look amazing. And Forza 5 is not disappointing.
The two other ones that have really, I thought were standouts today. Connect Sports Rivals #1. I know you're like, what, Connect Sports? But it was our first chance to see and play a real game with Connect 2.
And you actually have a shirt printed of the likeness.
Yes.
You know, where people can see it. Here, I got it right here.
my champion. Now these are not your avatars. This is. Yeah, that's me. That's my champion. Now, it's not your avatar, to be clear. Your avatars are coming over from Xbox 360. That's your champion, which is a custom Connect Sports thing. It does a full body scan on you. Anyway, so, I did the Wave Race, the jet ski demo, which was fun.
Wave Racer 64 is back.
Basically, yeah. There's also bowling is coming back and some other games. So, but the takeaway there is that Connect works. I was doing this and turning, and it was instantly responsive the way it should have been all along. And then,
so this was a really good family title, but one thing that blew me away, I was watching you play it, multiplayer Rise.
Rise has sort of caught a lot of crap since E3 of, it's just all quick-time events, there's no combat to it. Well, there is. I got to play it yesterday, if you read the story on IGN, called Don't Worry About Rise. That gives us some real thorough details, but we have the video, which we'll be posting soon. Yeah, we got to play the two-player co-op mode, which it's a really interesting premise for it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, working together, using co-op. Like, at one point the guy went upstairs while people were rushing you, and he was throwing lances while you were getting beat down. Plus, you have your god powers that you can activate and, push everybody off of you, like an area of effect attack.
Yeah, and what's cool is the premise is great. It's like in the real-life Colosseum in the ancient Roman times, they would do different set pieces in there. They would flood it. They would have ships. They would set up fake forests. Well, they've taken that to the video game extreme here, where it just instantly changes out the set pieces, and so there's all sorts of different scenarios in there. So that was looking really sharp. And then Call of Duty Ghosts was upstairs. We covered that. FIFA 14 was here, and then we saw the behind closed doors presentation for Fable Legends, which I thought was looking real sharp.
Unfortunately, I wasn't as positive. After seeing stuff like EverQuest Next and some of these other MMOs, like Elder Scrolls Online, it's just going to be hard for Fable to compete with that. I mean, it looks okay for its demographic. I mean, if you're a Fable fan, you're going to love Fable Online, but I might be more interested in EverQuest Next personally.
Well, but it's not an MMO, to be fair. It's a 5-player game. EverQuest Next is an MMO, but the Unreal Engine 4 tech area they showed off looked really sharp, so we'll have more on that in the coming months, and you can read more about that now on IGN.
I want to see more bosses in Fable.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So that was all of it. I mean, there was a ton of launch stuff there. We're going to be playing more this week at Gamescom, so stay tuned to IGN for all things Xbox One. Thanks, Destin.
Of course.